Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to the Off Ramp. I am your host, Thomas Jason Anderson. I hope everybody had a great weekend this weekend. I know I was relaxing. I did some garden stuff. If you guys go on my page, you'll see I had I don't know, man. Maybe I should get a flower shop, but I was able to cut some flowers out of our garden yesterday and make a couple of bouquets. So take a look at those, man. That's my little side hobby, I guess I've got now. Um, but yeah, man, this was a big weekend. I was on Facebook a lot. I see a lot of people are really upset about the Cuba situation. A lot of people right now are going through their feelings actually in the region, in Miami, in the Caribbean, because we have been living on two different sides of a ideological fence in this region for a long time. I've always been on the anti-Castro side of the ideological fence. I mean, I did grow up in Miami, so I mean it's it'd be pretty hard to be pro Castro in Miami, I have to tell you guys, because it's easy for people outside of Miami to support Castro and support communist Cuba. It's easy for people who are in nations like Guyana to support Cuba. Um, but unless you've actually lived with actual Castro spies who have come after you, until you've actually lived amongst hundreds of thousands of Cuban exiles who were, chased from their homeland by Fidel, unless you've lived with them, you really don't know what's been going on with the Castro regime, etc. On top of that, I'm also a co-author of Gold Bar Bob, which is, well, it's on one of the most prominent Cuban members of the United States Congress, Senator Bob Menendez. And so I have a pretty good, I have a very good understanding of the Cuba situation. I probably have a better understanding of it than most people around right now. Um, I know I don't have the name, I don't have the title, but I have the experience and I've lived it. And so I say all of that to say that, look, the Cuban so since we had the two sides, the Fidel side and the anti-Fidel side, the Fidel Castro side of Cuba, it's over. Sorry, guys. And everyone in the Caribbean who supported Fidel Castro and that type of Cuba, it's over for you guys. I'm sorry. And the reason why it's over for you is because the people, the nations, and the outsiders around the world who were propping up Fidel and his regime, they stopped propping up what's going on in Cuba. The Russians have bounced. Everybody's bounced, and so there's this ideology in the air, and there's this past where everyone was fighting each other, but there's no actual like there. There's no money to support the ideology. There's no support. And so for everyone who's upset and they don't want to see, Cuba go down, um, whether they go down or not, they've already gone down. They've already lost all of their international backing. Uh, they've been abandoned. And so there really is nothing to support in Cuba anymore. If you're talking about the Fidel Castro side of Cuba, it's over. I'm not going to say they lost, but it just died out. Not only with Fidel dying, but just over time, the ideology just doesn't apply anymore, right? Because you have a situation where Vladimir Putin and the Russians actually like President Trump a lot in many ways, right? So if Russia's been, or the Soviet Union was the one who was pushing the Cubans to oppose the United States, well, it's kind of hard to do that now with Trump in office when the Russians like Trump. So it does. I mean, the writing's on the wall, guys. I'm sorry to break it to you, but people in the Caribbean need to come to grips with the fact that the Fidel Castro Cuba is over. It's never coming back. Uh, Whatever you guys enjoyed in the past, as far as what you thought was glorious or whatever you thought, that's over. And it's good it's over for you guys because the past was terrible for the region. I'm sorry, really terrible. And people can blame the Americans because of the embargo, et cetera, et cetera. But when you look at that situation, it really did come down to Fidel making a choice. He could have worked with the United States. He chose to work with the communists and the Soviets and the Chinese. And that's where, the Cubans have basically made their bed, is with the Russians and the Chinese and others. And they did it by vowing. They got the support from the Russians and Chinese and others around the world with the vow that they would be the tool that those guys could use to attack the great Satan, the United States. Well, that entire dynamic's over. So I understand people are upset. I understand that it's like, oh, what do we do now? How can you betray Cuba, President Ali, and turn your back on those guys? There's nothing to turn his back on. There's nothing there. It was always a puppet state. It was always an island being used by foreign powers to try to hurt the United States. That's what it has always been. That everyone thinks, oh no, they were communists. No, they were a puppet island exchanging the threat of violence against the United States for a lot of cash. All right. That's what it was. Now, I understand many people support that and many people want to do that, and that's fine. But you have to think about your situation right now in the Western Hemisphere. Trump just took Maduro out, right? And he's basically kicking everybody out of the region who isn't from around here. All right. On top of that, he just trounced the Iranians. He's trouncing them. So why would anybody in the Caribbean think that it's a smart move to counter Trump? Now people are saying, "Oh, because once he dies in office, then we'll have a replacement, and his replacement will bring the Fidel Castro Cuba back to life." There isn't a single politician in America who's going to bring back communist Cuba, guys. There isn't a single candidate. There isn't a single politician. So even if Trump were to pass away today, JD Vance is not going to turn around and say, okay, now that Trump has passed away, let's bring back communist Cuba. Let's give them a bunch of money and let them run the Caribbean the way that all the communists want it to be. All the people who love Cuba, let's JD Vance is going to pay the Cubans to make you guys happy. That's ridiculous. That's not going to happen. Okay, so this isn't about Trump, what's happening in Iran, what's happening with Cuba. This is way bigger than individuals. So no one in the Caribbean should be sitting here thinking, oh, when Trump goes away, things are going to change. Nothing's going to change. This is a permanent shift. It's permanent. There will no longer be a Fidel Castro Cuba communist thing running around in this part of the world. It's over. How do I know? Because there's no money for it. Whatever ideology you have to have money for it. The money for it is gone. Why? Because no one wants to pay for that ideology anymore. Why don't they want to? Because it doesn't work. It doesn't even apply to today's world. Sorry, guys. There are some of you who are older, man, 40, 50, 60 years old, and you've lived a life mentally of, I hate America, I'm with Cuba, and now you can't be that way anymore, and you don't want to change. That's on you. But there's nothing to believe in on the Cuba side anymore because they don't have money, and they don't have money because the countries that were propping them up for decades have stopped propping them up. They're done. Game over. I don't know. Hey, Gregory. What's up, Wendell? What's up, Ray? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming on. Hey, all the support's appreciated. See, so just so you know, when I'm doing this, I'm stepping into a zone that very few people are willing to step into. All right. Just very few. And you can see it with this current issue in the court system right now in Florida with the former representative from Congress, Mark Green. He was the chairman of the Homeland Security Committee up until September of last year when he resigned all of a sudden. He's gotten involved in some type of corporate espionage thing where there's this huge lawsuit in Florida. It's over an oil terminal in Guyana that some American companies are trying to build out. It's like a $300 million project. It's a big deal. Even President Ali has been involved in communications on the deal and making sure that it goes through. It is not going through. There are lawsuits. And I want to say that this is my advice to everyone in the Caribbean, not just Guyana. And this is to the leadership of different nations in the region. Okay. Huge red flag, massive red flag. If an American elected official is coming to your country for business, if you see that happen, run away. Don't deal with American politicians. Don't do it. The reason why is because, first of all, they're not our best. They don't know what they're talking about on any issue. There isn't a single issue happening right now where any politician who travels to the Caribbean for business deals, where they actually know something on it. They know nothing. If they're down in the Caribbean trying to do business, they're corrupt. They are a trash human being inside. It is not someone you want to deal with. So that this is fair warning. Okay. I'm not saying that Mark Green, former Representative Mark Green, is guilty of anything in Guyana. All I'm saying is our politicians here have no business in Guyana or any other country in the Caribbean, period. And if they're down there, they're up to no good. And all of you leaders down there need to chase them the hell out. So then this is just fair warning. It's funny to me because I've been involved in this for a very long time in the region. And so people know that I'm someone who can be reached out to because I'm a government watchdog. If there's some kind of government deal going on, I'm probably one of the best people to bring in, especially if American politicians are involved, to let everybody know what's going on. No one has ever reached out to me once about any of the dealings concerning former Representative Mark Green. My recommendation to the people of Guyana and everyone in the region who's watching this, if another American politician comes down to your country to try to do business deals, call me. I will give you help free of charge. I will not charge you. I will help your government free of charge. I will let you know what the politician is up to. Keep them away from your countries. They are no good. The politicians we have here in America, they are no good. Fair warning. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to say this a lot going forward. Do not ever do anything with American politicians. Don't do it on any level. If it's a judge in Mississippi, don't do it. Don't do it. This is corruption, guys. I'm just letting you know. So I am here as a resource to anyone in the media space in the Caribbean, anybody in leadership in any country. If you guys want to know what's going on with a politician who's been sniffing around your country, you got my contact information. Contact me. Send me a private message. Call me. Free of charge. I will let you guys know what the deal is with that politician so that you don't have to go through all of the crap that Guyana's going through right now because you got Mark Green involved, former Representative Mark Green messing around in Guyana like he knows anything about that. He knows nothing. And the fact that he was chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, I wonder what kind of corruption he had going inside of Homeland Security. I wonder. So red flag, guys, not just Guyana, but all of the Caribbean. These American politicians are not to be trusted when it comes to trying to do business in your nations. Chase them out. And if you need help, call me. I will chase them out for you. I will get them out of there for you. They don't belong in your countries. They're dirty. They're evil people. Not all the politicians, the ones who are trying to do business in your nations. Keep them out of your countries. Don't believe for a second. They're going to lie to you. They're going to say, hey, if you want to get in good with Trump or that administration, you got to cut me in. Lie. That's the guaranteed way not to get what you want from the United States. Leave these politicians alone. If you need help, call me so we can get them the hell up out of there, because I don't like what I'm seeing with that Mark Green scenario and what's going on with those Louisiana companies and all this and that and the law firm down in Miami. And There's something really bad going on. And if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, there's a huge lawsuit down there in Florida, in several jurisdictions, actually. These are civil suits where two groups of people are fighting each other over a huge oil contract in Guyana. And former House of Representatives member Mark Green is in the middle of that crap. It's all over the news. So I'm just going to repeat again, guys. Please do not trust these guys. If they come to your country trying to do business, get rid of them. If you can't get rid of them, call me. Don't depend on the embassy to help you, guys. If one of our politicians is coming down, the embassy is not going to help you. They're going to help that politician more than likely. Call me. It's important because these guys, they're no good, man. I've been dealing with them now for like 17 years. These are bad guys. Not all politicians. It's the ones trying to use their political position to do business in the Caribbean, Central, and South America. Bad news. Stay away from those guys. If you need help, call me. I keep saying it. It's important. It's beyond important. It's probably one of the most important things that I think everyone should be paying attention to. Watch out for American elected officials trying to do business in your countries. It's dangerous. It's bad. It's going to be corrupt. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to help you. It will hurt you. These guys are no good, man. They shouldn't be doing that stuff. It's not normal for American politicians to try to do business in foreign countries, guys. That's not our culture. It may be like that in some other cultures. That is not acceptable here. You have to understand that. So when they try to pull this stuff, kick them the hell out of your country. Get them out of there. Please do us a favor. I will help out on my end. I will file complaints with the ethics committee. I will do whatever it takes. And we'll get rid of them. But you guys got to be on the lookout and you got to get rid of these guys. They're no good. All right. Hey, Sion. Hey, Lynette. Hey, Cheyenne. What's up, Auntie? My aunt is watching. So then going on to Iran, and this is reason why Iran is so important, especially for what I'm talking about now in the Caribbean, is because the chaos in the Middle East is instantly creating a massive amount of wealth for the people of Guyana and any other nation in this hemisphere that deals in oil, like Venezuela. You guys have to understand, okay? When I say you have to work with the PPP, I'm not saying that you have to do what they say. What I'm saying is you have to step up to the plate and you have to start demanding in a smart way things that can help raise up the populations in Guyana who need to be lifted. And I've pointed out two of them. I've said it over and over. The people of Guyana have to pressure the PPP to start paying the civil workforce in Guyana a massive pay raise. They should be making so much more than they're making. Teachers should be making drastically more. The PPP, the people of Guyana need to pressure the PPP to raise the pay wages of the civil service workforce by a lot. By a lot. First of all. Secondly, because of the spike in oil prices, the amount of revenue coming into Guyana is exploding right now. This was not anticipated in the actuaries. It was not anticipated in the budgets going forward. No one anticipated this massive bump in oil revenue this early. But it's here now because of the Iran conflict. It is imperative that the people of Guyana demand a cash grant now, and a big one. A big cash grant to get to everyone in society, and it should be sent out as a reward. Why? Because the people of Guyana have held stable politically, have taken care of their business and set it up so that the world now, we all can depend on you guys for our energy needs during a very turbulent time in the Middle East. You guys are golden in Guyana. You guys are a blessing to the earth right now. And you guys are getting the money that reflects that. I'm telling you, the price of oil going up is going to throw the revenue through the roof for the nation of Guyana. It's time right now to start demanding the cash grants. It's time now to start demanding the pay raises for the civil service. It's time to act now. And the only way to do that is you have to engage the PPP. You guys cannot keep going on and on and on. Oh, poor Cuba. Oh, we don't want to do anything because the PPP, we're going to wait until someone else is in charge. You cannot wait. Okay, the money's here now. The oil prices are spiking. They're going to be high for a while. The revenue is flying in. This is huge, huge, huge. It's time for the people of Guyana to make their demands. Why? Because it's not going to be fair to you guys if all of a sudden, a month or two from now, news breaks that the government of Guyana has gotten record amounts of revenue, and yet no one's seen a penny of it. It's going to be a problem. So before there's a problem where we see record amounts of oil revenue coming in and yet no one's really seeing a difference, the PPP, you guys they need to be handing out a huge cash grant now. Now, I don't know what else to say. They need to be handing it out now. They need to be thinking out ahead and realizing that whatever actuaries they've had, whatever estimates they've had, throw them in the trash. The revenue coming in is going to be double, even triple what people thought was going to be coming because of what's happened in the Middle East. This is huge news for the people of Guyana. You guys have to move on it. Not just the people, but the PPP, because if you do not move on it, I'm telling you now, in a few months, people are going to find out, oh, wait a minute, the government of Guyana brought in $5 billion in 3 months. Where's all the money? People are going to freak. And then by then, it's going to be like, oh, let's do a cash grant, but it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. People are going to be thinking, well, someone's stealing the money. There's going to be all these questions. It's going to create chaos. So it's time to start talking about the cash grant now. It better be huge. And wage increases now. They better be huge because this oil revenue coming in is huge. So that's been my message, guys. You can't be going to war with the PPP and at the same time demanding and pushing them to give out cash grants, pay wage increases, better services. You got to pick your lane. You're either going to go to war with them and try to destroy them, or you're going to do your business and partner with them when it's beneficial to you and counter them when it's not. That's the job. I think people need to grow up a little bit and take on that perspective and that mantle. So big things here, guys. Big things. The people of Guyana, you guys gotta get it together. You guys need to be asking for a huge cash grant now, and you need to be demanding that you get your wages raised through the roof right now. The revenue is on its way. Do it now before it gets there. Okay. On top of that, so yes, that's one of the reasons why I'm happy about this Iran situation, because it's knocking down two birds with one stone. It is getting rid of a criminal enterprise, which was Iran, that was, with their shadow oil fleet. These guys were using Guyanese flags to push shadow oil fleet vessels through the Panama Canal. All right. So basically selling oil as if it was Guyana's oil and it was Iranian oil. All right. So they've been stealing from people. They've been doing all kinds of shady stuff. And so get rid of that. Fine. Right. But that causes some chaos. But that chaos, what it does is it shows the world that the Caribbean and South and Central America is the safe place to be when it comes to energy and when it comes to resources. That the people of this land, all of us, we are the people who work hard. We are the people who do it the right way. We are not the ones running around here doing terrorism, doing all kinds of crazy mess. We're not creating instability. Our people here in this region are some of the most stable, loving people there are in the world. Yes, we have been beaten down by horrible regimes in this region, but we are still, I believe, some of the best people in the world, some of the most stable people in the world. And now we are one of the most energy rich people in the world, right? So this is all a blessing about who we are. And I think this conflict in the Middle East is showing people, is proving to people, hey, those guys down there, they know how to live life. They know how to be able to live in harmony with the people that they're around, with nature, with the world abroad. They can work hard and provide the world with energy, and at the same time provide the world with energy, with entertainment and laughs, with the soul, with the heart. When you think about the food coming out of Guyana, when you think about what's coming out of the Amazon, the peoples who live in this region, we are so rich. We have so much to offer, and we are offering it. And this conflict in the Middle East is proving to the world just how important we are. We need to realize that. We need to group together. We have to put our political differences aside, group together, and take advantage of this time right now. This is our time to reap our harvest. We've been through a lot in this region. This is our time to reap our harvest. Let's get at it, guys. With that said, have a great day. Thank you for joining the Off Ramp, guys. I really appreciate it. Hey, all the shares and likes, I love it. Thank you. Thank you for the support. I will see you guys a little later. Take care.
Now I'ma put it down like that. I'm leaving, I ain't coming back. You don't like the way I act anyway. You really don't have to react. Don't try to change my mind, in fact. Honey, I've already packed all my stuff. We're no longer kids, let's move on. And you are not my kid, so I'm done. Please don't make me pull my gun. Sorry boy, I can't be the one. You know it, yeah. Nothing lasts forever. You know that a change will make it better. You know that nothing lasts forever. You know that, yeah, change will make it better. There's no one to blame, you see. Maybe we're not meant to be. There are plenty more fish in the sea anyway. Every day's a different thing, so I'm not into wedding rings. It ain't personal, it's the way I think, yeah. You know it, nothing lasts forever. And you know